In order to succeed, you must fail so that you know what not to do the next time. Anthony J. D'Angelo. My friends, coming to you a little early today. I got a late doctor's appointment and just not been feeling well, but I'm on the mend. Came back with some kind of chest cold. And forgive me if I start coughing. I'll try not to. I have cough drops standing by. Let's jump into these charts. We see everything is down for the day except Bitcoin, and we'll get there last. Let's jump first into the S&P 500, pulling back right now 0.36%. Second week of a down move. Volume's okay for a Wednesday. First day of the latest two-day candle, not strong. You see a green spinning top, not reaching the lows of that prior two-day candle, but staying below the weekly trend line. And we look at the two-day chart, you see what's happening. Hey, moved up for a day and a half and then bounced off the trend line this morning. So continuing to move down. You see where the highs are, and they are lower highs as things continue to move down. And we see bearishness on the S&P 500. Now, what do we see going on with the NASDAQ? Not as much bearishness, but overall a trend that is moving down. It did push through the weekly trend line, but of course pulling back a little bit. And again, we had a high, then a lower high, and then about the same high as the past one. So again, not as bearish as the S&P, but bearish a little bit nonetheless. Still waiting to see if it's going to penetrate that floor, what we're calling the basement, because it's already penetrated through the first one, although you can see on the half day how it's pushed up through and looks like it's trying to drop back down. The two-day, not a lot of volume here. Green candle, and again, these are Heikin-Ashi candlesticks for those not familiar. We just went over some good trainings on those. You can find our trainings online if you'll just put in Charting Wealth and Heikin-Ashi candlesticks. We have two great ones. You can look back at the show notes. And we, again, more of a sideways slide, but again, tending down. There's going to be a catalyst at some point to drive the market down further or to give it some buoyancy and move it up. So we're sort of in that stagnant zone, particularly with the NASDAQ 100. Now, where are we with 20-year U.S. government bonds? They're a big downer for the day, 1.11%. Again, heating up as things move down. You can see in the morning and further down in the afternoon. And again, that could be related to all sorts of stuff with fears, U.S. bond issues, all sorts of things as to where are things going, how are things spinning out from this war in Iran, what is the long-term effects on things for the U.S. economy, for us as a reserve currency. I've been hearing a lot of interesting speculation about potential issues in the long term with bonds. So we shall see. But what do we see here now? I started on Monday to try to draw a trend line. I knew it was going to be fairly horizontal, and it is. That's not awfully helpful, but it's, when you have an almost horizontal trend line, it doesn't do too much for you. But we've clearly broken, and we're accelerating in the down move. So again, we're bearish on 20-year U.S. government bonds too. After those 3 weeks of a run-up, you can see how we have moved down. Couldn't penetrate the second line, and we've moved through that first line now. Let's look at where we are with gold. Gold pulling back about 0.5%, 0.48 right now. Had a decent trend line. We're hanging just on it on the weekly. We've fallen through it on the two-day. And you can see on the half day as we're just sort of hanging on there, continuing to move up. So we'll keep an eye on things and see just how this week continues to go. Of course, long term, we are still very bullish on precious metals as we move into the future. That might not stay that in the short term, though. Let's look at where we are on Bitcoin. Bitcoin up today again, 0.71% for the day so far. And of course, we have a little green candle for the week, volume. It may hit average by the end of the week. We haven't seen that for the last going on three candles now, but Bitcoin has been slowly trying to move up, but it looks like we've not hit that high back from the March 3-4 candle on the 2-day chart since then. And, just sort of hanging out at this level. We can see we've pushed through that prior trend line. Maybe what we're trying to do is make a base here. I keep talking to you about the aborted attempt. We had, 2 weeks of climbing and then things just dumped off. That could be getting ready to happen here. Maybe we're making a base. I said that for many weeks before and it didn't happen. And of course, we didn't throw in with it, did we? Because it didn't happen. Now, that is where we are for today. We'll continue to track these charts and see how they line up with all the interesting world events and catalysts to crush the market or help the market. We'll see how those things play out and what these charts continue to tell us. God bless, my friends. All the best from the whole team at Charting Wealth.